Get up, get up. Hey. Show that progress, let them see it working. Wrong or right, still learn from the play. Follow the rules, then we move our way. Put the work in. Late nights, early morning, still searching. Win or lose, don't throw it away. Study the move, then come back the next day. Alarm go off, gotta rise from the bed. Dreams don't move if they stay in your head. Feet hit the floor, mind on the mission. Small steps stack when you trust repetition. Some days green, some days red. Still gotta learn what the last move said. Can't skip rules just to chase that feeling. Strong foundation, put cracks in the ceiling. Show your work, let the progress talk. Step by step, let the whole thing walk. If you fall, get facts from the fall. Take that lesson and answer the call. No shame in being wrong. If you grow, no gain in moving fast with no control. Plan in your hand, eyes on the way. Patience gets paid when discipline stays. Put the work in. Show that progress, let them see it working. Wrong or right, still learn from the play. Follow the rules, then we move our way. Put the work in. Late nights, early morning, still searching. Win or lose, don't throw it away. Study the move, then come back the next day. Pressure get loud, but the plan stay quiet. Everybody talks, only few really try. You want results, gotta build that range. Can't feel lost if you came here to change. Write it down, mark the reason. Strike the work through every season. If it don't hit, then review that choice. Clean up the noise, then sharpen your voice. Stack good habits like blocks in a wall. 1 week rule can shake it all. So stay on script when emotions arise. Truth shows up when you analyze. No magic trick, no lucky lane. Just sweat, but focus, lesson pain. Then one day they see what you made. Not from guessing, from the work you laid.
Lock in when it's boring. Lock in when it's slow.
Lock in.
Lock in when nobody sees.
That's how progress shows.
Learn from the mistakes.
Build from the sky. Follow the rules. Raise the bar. Put the work in. Show that progress, let them see you working. Wrong or right, still learn from the play. Follow the rules, then we move our way. Put the work in. Late nights, early morning, still searching. Win or lose, don't throw it away. Study the move, then come back the next day. Get up, get up, get up, get up. Lock in. Show work. Learn more. Follow rules. Stay ready. Put the work in.
Good morning, good morning. How are y'all doing out there in crypto world today? Whether y'all be going to bed soon or getting up today to get the day started. It's a good Friday here. We'll try to get some good information out there for y'all. The trade that we did take yesterday on Hype did very well. We'll show you, I guess, the winnings, I guess, a little bit of that and everything. We did really good on that one. Got me back up to a good positive on my account, and then I traded afterwards yesterday and gave about half of it back. But that's how it goes. As long as you only give half of it back before you get more, then I guess you're always going up eventually. So a couple of things we'll look at today. We'll look at the markets. We'll look at like ADA and Bitcoin and other things like that. But I really want to show you how the Indigo platform works, since you can now use IUSD to supply into the Strike liquidity provider pool for the market maker. So if you're on Cardano or maybe not on Cardano and you want to understand how that process works, I'll try to break that down for y'all as well, because there was some people asking questions in the Strike Discord. And I guess that's some of the things that we could do here on Strike Zone, is let people know how these things work. So I guess we'll start with Indigo. So let's jump over here. Alrighty, so this is Indigo's platform here on Cardano. Um, it's app.indigoprotocol.io. It's pretty easy for you to Google it or not, but you need to make sure you use the right ones. You can go to their X page and get the link to their app or other things like that. But it's app at indigoprotocol.io. And you connect your Cardano wallet and everything there, and you can use your ADA liquidity that you have to borrow their synthetic stables. And they're synthetic stables because they're collateralized with other assets, and there is a redemption process that it has that once your loan gets to a certain percentage, it'll start using some of your collateral to bring your LTV down to make your um, to make actually to bring your LTV up, kind of deal. So that's kind of how they work to stabilize the $1 price as best as they can with the IUSD. It does have the ability to depeg just like all of them do. They've done very well. They've been around pretty much, I think, the longest as a stable coin on um, Cardano. It's essentially a long on ADA. So you would be supplying either your two collateral assets that they have here. Let me get it above my head here. Let's zoom in a little bit. So there's two collateral assets that they have. They have either you can use your Night tokens or you can use ADA. Um, and they have this interest rate that is here. So ADA is at 7.5% and Night is at 10% interest rate. And this is paid out of your collateral as the loan goes on. So the longer you keep the loan, the less collateral you'll have lit in there, and also the less your LTV would be. So at 130%, that's when they start their maintenance, which is where they start collecting from you. Actually, yeah, it's at 130%, and at 110% is when they liquidate your loan. So you would come over here and you'd go to the borrow function here. So you have the redemption is at 150%. So that's what it is. So 150%, they can start redeeming on your loan. 130%, there's a maintenance. 110 is liquid. So say I wanted to do a 200%, not 13,000%, 200% collateral ratio on 1,000 ADA, which you wouldn't want to do this because you need more than 100 IUSD to supply to the SLP for what we're doing. You could do this if you want 84 IUSD kind of deal. So you would do this here, and your collateral is 1,000 ADA. You would get 84 IUSD. That would also be your debt. There's a minting fee here that comes out of this when it comes to you, and our liquidation price would be 9 cents, 9.2 cents, and the redemption price would be 12. So if ADA got to 12.6 cents, then the protocol would start taking some of your ADA to pay back the IUSD loan to reduce or to increase your LTV there. So if anybody has any questions down in the comments, just let me know and I will try to answer them as I go along here. But then essentially what you would do is you would open this position and you would have this, and as the ADA chart goes up, so the ADA earns is more valuable versus the dollar, then this position would be able to mint more dollars from this loan, um, and you would have the same collateral. So if you catch the market bottom, this is a money printer essentially. As the market goes up, you can print more, but then you're also raising your liquidation price or redemption or whatever kind of deal there. But like if you put in now at 16 cents and then 2 weeks from now, ADA's price was 50 cents, you would be able to mint twice as much IUSD from your loan. Um, so that's kind of cool how that would work. It is a loan, so it does slowly eat from your collateral. It doesn't just leave your collateral here and then you come back to it. The cool thing about the Indigo is that the ADA doesn't leave your wallet. It stays in your wallet. It goes into the smart contract that says as this happens, it's allowed to take this, this part out of it and other things there. And if it gets to this point, then we're taking all of it. But that ADA stays in your wallet. That means that you're still earning your staking rewards on your entire collateral. So you can still be in, your stake pools that you want, earn that fee there, have have it in here so you can take the IUSD over to the staking on Strike, and then we can get that done over here. So you would come over here once you get the IUSD, then you would come over here and connect your wallet and all the rest of that kind of stuff. So we'll do all this so it doesn't, it's not like it shows on the screen, but people are smart. So then you would come over here to the vault section. All right. So then you would come over here and you would view more here, and then you would come to the deposit button and you would deposit your amount here, and you would put that in here. So you would need to deposit actually here first. So you would deposit with your wallet, and you would say what you got, what token you have, IUSD, put in the IUSD amount. Minimum I do believe is 100 to deposit. Let's see if it'll do 50. Didn't say no minimum, so maybe they reduced the minimum too. And then you deposit into your account, and then once it's deposited into your account here on Strike Finance, then you would deposit into the SLP. See, this deposit button is for the SLP deposit. This is for your account deposit to be able to trade with or put in the SLP or other different bots and other things like that. And then once it's in there, then you're earning your APR that is here. So right now the yearly APR is 134. So that on the money that I did deposit in here, that gets us to $14. I would love that. $14 for the like 120, 145, 140, whatever I deposited into it. The current 30-day performance is 11.3%, and a total realized P&L of 119,000. So we're pretty much realized at what we have all time right now. So all of the profit has essentially been removed by people. That's what you've seen here. As it goes up, we'll take the TVL out because that's the profit, and it gets more profit, and people take more out. It's pretty interesting on how that's working. We did this was probably because the token went down, so people probably took their dollars out of the SLP to buy more of the Strike tokens when the Strike token went down by like 50%, I guess 2 days ago. So that's kind of how that would work. If y'all have any questions, hopefully that answered some things there on how the Indigo works. Just remember it is a loan. It is a smart contract, and it is a synthetic asset. So just, it is what it is. If the price goes down, like if ADA goes down, you're in there and you have that position that you've made, and ADA's at 12 cents, where I'm down here in the buy it all function kind of deal. That position would have been basically liquidated for all of that ADA that you put in there, and you would have already lost most of that ADA anyway, and through the redemption process. So just understand the risks with that. But also at the same time, if you do understand the risk was that if you put it in as the max right now and it does liquidate, then you have the dollars because you have IUSD. So if it does come down to 10, 12 cents, then you can buy more ADA with that IUSD and probably get more ADA back than what you started with. So there is that possibility as well. But I don't know if I really see us coming down right now. Like all the way down there. You know, we could trickle and then come down. I am looking for a sweep of this area down in here in the 14 cents. That's yeah, right at 13.8 and 14.8 or so. Eventually, we have on the 4-hour chart on ADA have come down below the dynamic reactor. So we need to stay above this one here. We are looking to curve. This is a 4-hour chart, so you know this takes these uh, oscillators take a long time to move on a 4-hour chart. So it's basically a coin margin trade on a loan. Kind of, you could think of it that way. It's essentially a loan on an asset that is using a non-stable asset as collateral. So in theory, you're getting a stable asset for your non-stable asset. So if the market does dump from where you're at, then you at least had the stable asset at today's price. And then that un unstable asset, ADA, went down in value. Then you can use your stable asset that you have to rebuy the unstable asset at the lower price. Even if you got liquidated, you would have, there's a little bit of percentage there that you might lose and other things there. But at the same time, you have that funds in the SLP that could be earning the 135% APR. Haha, like it's going to do that the entire time. It'd be really nice if it did. But you know, then you could either take that money and run because thank you and it's stuff there, or you could pay back whatever is left, and then you have all the profits that are there. So you know, it's a different and interesting way that this system works. It's because it's a synthetic, and it's the way that they have their redemption process to allow the markets to keep IUSD around a dollar. So all right, so let's look at our markets today. We're at about 6:20 so far, my time. All right, so let's look at Biddy. So I was out drawing some lines on the chart before the stream. Let's see. So we have our larger golden pocket from our retracement here. See, from the top here at about 83 down to the local bottom around 57, 58, 57, 8 kind of deal. The golden pocket for that retracement, if this is the bottom that we have created, at least at this current nature, this current time frame, nature, stupid words. We could look for this to return eventually to this zone. That zone up there is between 71.7 and 76.5. So that would be real nice if we could get up there, honestly. 4-hour chart, that could take some time. We are repeatedly having yellow dots, blue dot, yellow dot again. Um, so that doesn't say go straight up, but sometimes the market does whatever the hell it wants to, honestly. Um, this is that's still good, not bearish. Now, the only thing that I would say is that you have these order blocks here. So this was an order block even on the 4-hour chart that the market did when it was down here. It did eventually come back for. And then we are entering it again, basically to fully finish that possibly. And there is this order block above that one. That one sits at 64.8 to 65.1. And let's see here. You got another comment. Give me a second. Does it only work with ADA? No, you could use Night Token as well. Those were the two collateral assets, the assets allowed as collateral. And if you want more assets allowed as collateral, then you go and buy Indigo or the Indy token, and you make that proposal for the DAO and change the way that it works, because that's how that protocol works. Is it's truly an on-chain governance DAO via the tokens. And everything. It's actually pretty impressive what that team has been able to build and keep going on Cardano. So as we come down from the 4, so on the 1 hour, this current range volume that we were kind of moving around in here, we are at above the value area high. And the last time we were above the value area high, we did come and deviate all the way below the value area low, down at 62.3 or below, down all the way to 61.5. So we could potentially be looking for, and what my thumbnail is talking about, is that we tensions ease through the day. You get some good news that maybe we're gonna talk to them again and everything, and we get all the way up here, and it's a slow grind because it's a Friday, and then it's the weekend. The traditional markets are closed, and crypto gets fucked again because we're the only ones that are open. And when they do dumb things over the weekend because the markets don't get affected that much, then we all go wee back down here, some stupid like that, and revisit the value area low of this range. Possible, could not, but the reason why I think that is because we never reclaimed the 4-hour golden pocket. So yes, we are bullish, we are on the way up and everything, but you have your line in the sand that you have to keep, and that's essentially let's see, where would our breakup structure be? So higher high, higher high. So once we break this coming back down, then we could seek the lower, then you could come lower. And then once you break here at 61,711, then you potentially should be coming lower. So I am looking for this 4-hour golden pocket to be hit. Now, we also can just run because there is a golden pocket retracement above us. Remember, we could, which one is closer and which one has the stronger pull? The bigger pocket above us as the retracement, or the smaller closer to us as the support. I honestly would like to see the support hit before the top one up here. That would make it for a you would solidify this range as the lower high, or the higher low, sorry, the higher low. Because we are lower low, higher high than the last high, right? And then if we came down to here, that would be the higher low to send us higher. That's more bullish. So in my opinion, we kind of should be looking for shorts in our current price range. Now let's zoom in and see if that is more accurate. I think we should be looking for shorts, but we also should be paying attention to the market wanting to potentially run on us. But as you can see, when we came down to the 15-minute chart here, this is all liquidity, every bit of it, because it's just kind of gone and choppy, choppy up, choppy, choppy up, choppy, choppy up only trading, up only trading, up only trading. Um, and kind of makes me real sad that my trade that I had drawn yesterday that I was trying to do was correct. I broke out. I did go short, and then this wickety wick here got me. It got me one direction, and then I was like, all right, we going up. So then I flipped it and I went the other direction, and it went right back down to where I was kind of going. I didn't think it was gonna, I thought it was gonna go much lower than that. I thought we were kind of done, and this was not going up here. It was the other direction, to retrace the liquidity that had been created. But then there was a tweet about us being fine and we're talking again and other things possibly. So we went straight up. And that pattern there did kind of play out, but not really, because once you broke out and you retested, you should have went down. So this was a failed pattern, and then it came back through it and got to the target. So sweep that 64.5, then down. Yeah, lower golden pocket first does make sense, man. For sure, for sure. Still holding that short. The same one you took. Same one I took from where? What short? I was hype yesterday. I was long on hype. Short. Like from way the hell back here? Oh, maybe no, maybe back further. Yeah, back here. From you said from 64.5. Yeah. Okay, so from this order block that's up here, essentially, when we dropped this one. Yeah, yeah, that one. Well, so you should use a stop loss, and it depends on if you're um it depends on if you're trading with a lower leverage and higher margin, and you're okay with certain percentages of drawdown and things like that. Um but if you look at what I do, I have about a 10% drawdown on the current trade I'm in. And that like I do $100 margin, and that allows me to lose $10. So I can do that trade so many times before I can't trade anymore. So but if I win, then I'm winning 30 or $40, is kind of the way I do that. So you lose 10, win 30, lose 10, win 30. You're always on a stair step upwards. Being okay with losing and re-entering a trade is something that you have to work on as well. I have a problem with that, but I've done a little better with it. Um Honestly, where it's like, hey, it's okay, I'll lose this $2 to re-enter in 5 or 10 minutes, and allow it to come down a little bit. So let's see. Let's zoom in. I'm talking talking, but hey, I'm glad there's somebody here to have conversation with and everything, answer any questions that you may have and other things there. It sure is looking like this wants to come down, but our money flow is still green. It's not turned. You do have, I believe that right at the camera. Hey, I'm back. You do have a divergence on the money flow and the price here between Alex O's indicator, but that's also on the 15-minute, and that should only be used on the 3-minute. So let's get rid of it so I stop looking at it. I always do that. No clipping down. Pretty sure we should short this. Like right now, pretty sure we should short this. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, pretty much should short it. Let's go ahead. Let's jump in. Let's jump in here. Back to Volt, back to Strike, back to Bitcoin. In here short. Let's jump in, place order. Let's go. Let's see if we're gonna catch it. We are above the value area high of this range, and Frankie Candles will teach you that when you go and you deviate above and you bear div above, that you are going to at least come back down to the POC and probably the value area high or value area low, diverge from that, and then you can reclaim the range. If you look at how it has worked through here, you had a deviation, big deviation, but then it went all the way to the top, deviated, came back to the POC, came back, retested, denied, then all the way through, full div, up, tested, all the way back. So as the range works, range says down, divergence says down. MVP oscillator says that you're at the top of the range. Let's look at some of our other oscillators that we have. Let's look at the Market Oracle Pro from Chart Prime. If you want to get some of the Chart Prime indicators that we have here, you can use my link in the description. They are premium indicators. They also let you into a Trading Academy show that they have in their Discord with Alex O and OC Guy on, I think, Tuesdays and Thursdays, but at least Tuesdays at like 10 o'clock Eastern. That you can jump in there and they'll answer any questions or anything else that you got here that you would like. Their prophecy here, prime score of a 10, consolidation of a 3, market pump prophecy. We are in the cloud, the red cloud. It does get a little deeper red up here the higher we go. And everything is kind of on its way up. If you see, all the clouds are up, prices up, everything there. So typically, in my opinion, that says you got to come back down. Market doesn't just go up. It wants to gather the liquidity that's below, because these people all got long in here. So you got to come back and just woo. And the faster that it happens, typically the faster that you can come back up. And that's how they grab all the liquidity. Don't let people re-enter, because the price moves so fast. It grabbed the liquidity and then went so fast back up that they can't grab any more longs and everything there. So that's one of the things that I'm kind of thinking here. We are in profit. We are looking like we're coming down a little bit. So let's see. It's kind of what I'm thinking here. We're just overextended in my opinion. Too far up for the things going on in the world and everything here. Let's look at Market Oracle Pro and see what they're saying. Do we have any sell? Boop, boop. Let's go. No sell, no buy. Still under the buy plus from down here. Interesting. All right, let's go down to the 3 minute and see what Alex O's indicator is giving us here. Roll over a little bit, not too much. Didn't spike. Ah, um, give me my ability to move the chart over here. There it is. I don't know why it wants to put it auto. Let's see. All right. Yeah, I took a look at his update, and we're essentially in he doesn't have it as a sell, but we're at the zone at the top kind of deal, and that was one of the reasons why I was like, yeah, okay, let's go ahead and get in. Because I just took a look at it on my right screen over here in the Discord because he did just put it out. I didn't listen to the video. But yeah, I'm not going to put his update on stream here. That would be wrong to do since that's a paid update video from him. But I did I did look at his chart, and he does have us have a essentially what it looks like is a sell box. He doesn't have it listed as a sell box, but the buy box is down in the 35,350 range. um 33. Hold on, what the hell did I say here? 30. Yeah, 33,350. So 33,350 is back down at the essentially, what is that? Is that the value area low? No, not the value. No, oh, that's the value area high. So he has a buy if we come back and tap the value area high. And anyway, that would be a 1.6% drop. I'm all for that. Give me that 1.6% drop. Let's go. So it's pretty interesting. So like if to go back to the Indigo deal, so like if you think ADA is going to go up, which we are fairly low on like a 10-hour chart, like if we really zoom the hell out here, let's get rid of our indicators, chart prime and Alex O's and everything else, and just look at price action. If we look at the price action on 10-hour chart on ADA, for everything that it is and all of the things that have been built and it can do, for us to be as damn low as we are is pretty crazy in my opinion. This area back here is in December of 2020. If we come back down to the 10 or 12 cent range. And as we all have been able to see, ADA can run fairly quickly. It did like 40% in a week. Yes, 40% is not much when you could have been buying up here, but if you can buy now with fresh capital and it goes up 40%, you just earn 40% on a spot market, much less if you're, leveraging that at all. So if you position yourself appropriately and the token actually does, fairly well, if you did that plan and you came up back to $1 at some point, because most people think that it will eventually come up to $1, and I think it will actually come up pretty quickly if we actually have a real bull run, because the bull run that we had was not a real bull run in my opinion. It was a Bitcoin bull run. Yes, Bitcoin did great. But nothing else really did that great. Yes, Solana went up. Yes, all of these other tokens did go up. But did we really have our altcoin bull run that everybody was really expecting? Hell no. The just complete an answer to that is just hell no. The people that really made money were the people that bought Bitcoin at $15,000 and then sold it at 120,000. That was the people that made money. Or the people that are just following the four-year cycle and just, hey, let's get out here and let's get in here. Those people have done fairly well. So that's something interesting there. I did also just notice I don't have a stop loss on this, so I do need to come back and put a stop loss on this position here. So where, oh, where do we want that stop loss at? So we have an order block above us here. We have an order block here that didn't get taken. First order block, second order block here. This is your break of structure. This is your SFP. This is your attempt to reclaim. This is your down. So if we came back up, let's see what 64.4 is. So that's only 7%. I think that's a good stop loss there. Because if we, the only other thing that we could do is do a triple. And if we're doing a triple, then we could come all the way back up here, triple top, SFP, grab all of this, come back down. But 7% is a good stop loss, in my opinion. We'll be all right with that. And with a hell of a drop potentially coming, you know, let's grab all of this liquidity. That's the goal here, is to grab all of this liquidity. Let's draw this curve. Woo. All of that liquidity, just like that. There we go. That looks good. So, don't know if that's the way that's going to work, but that sure does look like a good trade to me. You know, we might just keep on going because it was up only trading. We are still in an up only trading. So trying to do something different than up only is probably not the greatest idea, but you know, hey, whatever. We're doing it. We're in it. So let's come back over here. Let's see. Is there any whoop, sorry here. Is there anything else we need to look at? Let's look at let's look at hype. See what hype's doing. Hype is just running. Oh, we're on the daily. That's why it was just running. All right. So hype is, this was the trade yesterday. So we did fairly well there. We almost got stopped out right as we got into it. And it did eventually full TP and then come back and stop us out. So we can't just like have the runner go along forever. This was basically what I'm talking about, is how we have the runner, but then they come back and take everything and then they keep going. Did have a, oh wait, all of my indicators are gone. Where are they at? Come back. There we go. So on the 15-minute, we're definitely looking a little bearish. This one, I haven't just played out just that down just that little bit. Let's see, what's our pre-market? Pre-market on stocks. Tesla's about break even. Netflix is break even. Apple's down a tad. Ford's up a tad. Let's see, how's oil doing? 72. That's not too bad. It was 75, 76 yesterday. Not too bad. Zcash is at 500 basically. That's a good bearish divergence there. 1, 2, 3. 1 run, 2 run, 3 spike, SFP, down you go. Bearish divergence. Down on the 3-minute. True 7. Flat. No, there's no bullish divergence. Money flow is red. You could come back up, but you're not coming all the way back up. I think that was your break, though. Not really. These are, man, this is choppy on the 3-minute. Choppy. We are running on Bitcoin, so might stop us out already. Be an awesome way to start the day to come back up to where I was talking about. But this is where I'm talking about where you're like, okay, you can take that. If it comes back up, gives you the trade again, you can re-enter when it's better. That is an idea that you got going on there. Let's see. Let's go back to Bitcoin. See what Bit is doing since we're in the trade. We got a bullish divergence on the 3-minute here. Yep. Tap the bottom. No, money flows green. That's probably going to run there for a second. Up only trading, and I'm trying to short. I'm doing good, guys, aren't I? Damn, like straight up too. You have any news off of this or anything? Let's see. No, maybe. Let's see. No, not that I'm seeing. Nothing so far. I would like for it to just not take my stop and then just all of a sudden just go down. That would be great. I would appreciate that. Can you just do that for me? It's so close too. It's so close. So close to not making a higher high. That's an equal high. Me being hopeful. MVP oscillator did flip the ribbon a little bit, so it could be it's a good long from the bottom. It's definitely not overextended on Alex O's indicator yet. Let's see. We got 10 minutes until my show ends, and y'all can go on over to Alex O's channel and watch him from 8 to 10:15. Then you can go over to Army Piper after that and watch Armor Piper from 10:15 to the end of his show. And whatnot there. So, ooh, that looks pretty. No, definitely doesn't look pretty. That's halfway down. Are we halfway down the candle and keep going? Yes. Yeah, halfway down the candle, keep going. Play it with me here. It's playing with me. I don't think that was it wasn't the A plus entry. The A plus entry was waiting for the last one. Kind of, but we'll see. Kind of jumped into it because it definitely looks just overextended. Just looks overextended. Um, so we'll see because this just screams short me. How we're just running this. This was a return. We're just running this, but that's also where it says it can come back up here for this last one. Um, as well. Well, I hope I was able to provide some good information on um, Indigo and how IUSD works. Um, I would like to talk to y'all about the way the vaults work just one more time. The vaults are how people like me can trade on this exchange. You come and provide your funding to us. They provide it to the market making bot that was built by the XQuant engineer. And then we're able to trade with it. It opens the trades on the other side from the people that are trying to trade on the platform. And when they lose little bits of funds or get liquidated or other things like that, that funds go into the Strike liquidity provider pool. And in theory, then makes your money worth more money. And right now they're returning a 133% APR. This is if you continue what they're doing currently for the entire year, it would provide that. Obviously, that's not how it works. It's not a static bot. It is market making and other things there. But it has produced a steady uptick on their TVL and everything there. While it has come up, the P&L has gone up and come down. That's how the market runs. But overall, in general, from here to here, we're still up. That's still up kind of deal. Um, so and understanding that you can supply liquidity to the market maker bot with stable coins from Solana, from Ethereum EVM chains, and from Cardano to earn the same APR in the token that you wanted to provide the token in, and it's in stablecoin. So you're not earning 133% on Strike Finance token, on Strike token. That's not why the Strike token went down. It's because they're paying out so much APR, and oh, you're not going to make any money on it because the token ain't worth shit and all the rest of that stuff. That's not how it works. So if you like DeFi, you like making money, you like having your funds not just sitting on the side doing nothing, then you would this best DeFi opportunity that I see that anybody has right now. Yes, there is downside. Yes, you can put your money in there and the market run, and the people that are playing on the exchange and everything else can take the money and win. Um, how many times is the house wrong when you go and gamble? The house always wins. Um, they don't ever lose all the time. So that's my statement there on the way the SLP works and everything. So now that we are getting ready to leave the show, we got 6 minutes left. We need to put in our take profit areas so we can set our take profits. So let's see this area here to here. Our 382 is at 63,299. So we're going to put a 50% take profit at 63,300. That's a hell of a win if we get there. So if we are in up only trading, let's see, we'll put another one at the 563 62,950. 62,950. 62,615. And we'll full TP at 62,150. All right. So we are down. It may take us out, but I'm kind of thinking that we are in the right direction here. We'll see what happens. Honestly, I think we're at the top on our trade here. We'll see how that turns out. And we'll let you know, I guess, on Monday or on X. So as we get out of here, I would like to talk to y'all about Ace Cellular. So come on, there we go. Ace Cellular is a World Mobile affiliate. It is my company. We do sell the World Mobile cell phone service. It is a more secure way to communicate from a mobile device. We have plans that start at $15 a month. We have family plans that can go for businesses or families or other things there, depending on how many lines you put on together in one account. Up to 4 gets you a 30% discount on every line. You don't share the data between the different lines. So if you have this, middle plan that gets you 8 gigabytes of high speed data, then each line gets that 8 gigabytes of high speed data. It is unlimited data. But so you don't just stop having data, it just slows it down some. And it does work better than any other cell phone provider that I have used. I have used Verizon and AT&T. Both of them are the governmental plans that are supposed to be for the first responders that work better and all the time. And I will say that my World Mobile phone service has worked in more places, more regularly, more consistently than AT&T or Verizon since September of last year in my area in Southeast Texas and East Texas, in the woods, hunting deer, driving through the middle of nowhere, all kinds of things like that. It has worked better and more consistently than the legacy networks that I specifically have used my own self. So I would like more people to come and join us and help out my company, because it's my company. It's not just like a, hey, help out the channel or other things like that. It's a real company, real website, real business in Texas. So please, if you're in the United States and you want to help us out, try out World Mobile. You can try it out for 1 month. There is no contracts. Most of the phones that are new and everything that are out right now have 2 eSIM slots. So you can test this out without getting rid of your number, without ending your contract with your current provider or other things like that, and see if this is something that's going to work for you without potentially ruining it if it doesn't work for you where you're at. So if you have any questions, you can jump in to the chat here. You can send me a comment on the replay. You can get a hold of me on X at Ada_Ace. Or you can go to the contact us on the website, acellular.io. Without further ado, that is the stream for today. So I appreciate y'all coming by. This is the end of week 2 for me of trading. We'll see how it goes today. I am up for 2 weeks. I am down for, I do believe, this week I might be up just a little bit, kind of deal. But I was up a lot further at the beginning of the week. I am down from my peak. But we'll see. I'm here to use this as my look back on how I did my trading for today, how I did my TA, what my thought process is. I'm just glad that y'all come by and listen to me talk. So without further ado, I'm going to send y'all out. Y'all have a good day. Are you still stuck with your big wireless? Overpaying? Are you locked in a contract? Were you buried in that fine print? Yeah, I thought so. Ditch your carrier. Switch to World Mobile today. We have no contracts, no early termination fees. We play no games. We have plans that start at just $15 a month. Bring your crew and you get a discount on top of that. Up to 4 lines or more, and you're saving 30% each line. Are you paying full price? I sure am not. I got my built-in VPN, my encrypted connectivity, my identity protection. Your old carrier, they give you excuses. We give you control. Stop funding the outdated networks. Own your own connection. World Mobile. Switch to the smarter network.